Today's topic, how does Google know that you've actually called back a missed call, a lead that's marked as a missed call in your dashboard? So, Eric, I've gone to you because I am so confused on this and I get a lot of questions from our clients that I just don't know how to explain how Google actually knows you called them back. And here's where I get stuck. A lot of our clients have like a call tracking number on their profile. This call tracking number then gets forwarded into the dispatching service, to the customer care team. It goes into their main line, but that call tracking gives the proper credit that LSA, the lead is coming from LSA. If somebody calls back, how does the system know, especially when they're not using that call tracking number?
This is on the Help Center article is called How Leads Work. And this is under the valid leads part. This is basically saying these are the leads that you will be charged for. One of them here says valid lead, you receive a missed call without a voicemail and you return the customer's message with a text message, email, or call where you either speak to the customer or leave a voicemail.
Okay, so if that call tracking number responds in a text message, even though it was a call, Google identifies that as a call back? Did I misunderstand what you're saying?
Honestly, yeah. So it says you received a missed call without a voicemail and you return the customer's message with a text message, email, or call where you either speak with the customer or leave a voicemail. This is so vague. This could be just written wrong.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
if a customer calls you, you're not responding to a customer's message.
Right.
Because again, they're talking about it without a voicemail. So yeah, that might be something to ask MPP to check with the product team if that's accurate.
The feedback from MPP or our agency partner is always make sure you return the call. But that's really it as far as guidance. So how does it know? Do you have to call from the number that's listed on the profile? But how did we give Google approval to listen to all of the calls, to connect that from the call tracking number? It's just it seems more to me like it's a common practice of best business practices that maybe Google's saying to give a call back, but there's really no credit in the response rate or whatever if the call is missed and then the call back.
Yeah, I guess that's more of a best practice.
Yeah.
From Google's perspective, somebody types plumber near me, they click on your ad, they click call. That's a valid lead. And you don't answer it. Okay, that makes sense to me that that's a valid lead. That is where I think the article should end, right there.
Great. But then to take it to another level, right, you receive a message lead. In that message lead, it provides a phone number. But if you want to call that phone number and you're not calling from the number that is listed on your profile, like say it's a tracking number, but you're calling from your actual main number, Google now requires a 3-digit code that you have to put in order to give you the proper response rate credit. So that part, that makes sense. I just often wonder, well, why can't Google do the same thing for the phone calls that are missed so you could get the proper response rate credit? Just like where you said, where the article should end, that's maybe where they should just stop. It seems like Google is giving a specific number that is related to this message lead. It's not the actual number. So the way that it was explained to me is if you're calling from the number that's listed on the profile, then it just connects. The system somehow knows and it connects to the client. But if you're calling from a cell phone number or you're calling from a different landline, then it's going to ask for a 3-digit code that you have to somehow get from that message lead when you sign in.
Yeah, that's always been.
But I have a lot of questions.
This is great. The more stuff that we know to answer, we already know it. And people probably already know it. The stuff that it's the debates or the cause more follow-up questions. I think that's real interesting stuff. So I guess that's interesting. If you put a phone number in, does that generate a tracking number, or is that the client's real number?
From what I understand, it generates a tracking number that Google assigns to that lead.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the number actually isn't the client's phone number isn't or potential customer isn't actually shared.
And if somebody calls the phone number that shows up at the top and you call that right back, is that a real number or is that the tracking number? Or could it be
It,
both?
it could be both because it seems like they're beta testing and it's only showing up in certain accounts.
Interesting.
So yeah, if you call back from the number that you have listed on your profile, it connects. If you use something different, it requires a 3-digit code, which is sometimes hard to find.
In fact, if they were rolling out a new feature like that, some sort of just like a call button in the interface, that they would update the Help Center article first about how valid leads work. If they were running a pilot, they would definitely update the Help Center article first, and then they would test this with a few people and see how it works, and then they would slowly roll it out more. So that actually could be a better indication of a coming feature, which kind of makes sense to just click the number and it just follows right back, and then Google knows exactly, and it's just all tracking numbers, no real numbers at all, so no gaming could happen.